For me, these pictures represent a comeback story. A time when I got comfortable and I didn't really push anything. And now I've come back to make a Raspberry Pi cluster, a highly organized unit. One that won't fall apart if a computer turns off and I don't know how to put it back together. I have a plan to make these Pis resilient, and I'm starting with the one. The first step is to download 2 items. You need the Raspberry Pi imager, and then I'm also downloading the Bookworm Raspberry Pi OS, the light version. That is the 64-bit version. Now that you're in the Raspberry Pi imager, the command to open the advanced menu is Control-Shift-X. I'm going to change the host name to new node, and I'm going to set up the Wi-Fi for the first one. I am also going to enable SSH. I'm going to insert the SD card. I'm going to choose the OS that I downloaded, and I am going to apply my customization options. I did have some problems that I don't know how I solved. I did plug a screen in and I logged in that way, and then it seemed to work. I tried to do this on another SD card and it worked. So it does take longer than you're expecting sometimes, but if you plug a screen in, you should have a pretty good idea of whether or not it's working. Now SSH should already be running, so all you have to do is use the host name you gave it. So SSH new node.local, and in this example I use headpi.local. I have heard stories of system admins that they get the MAC address from a new computer, they add it to a spreadsheet, they get it all plugged in, and then it's added to their network. And I wanted to do something similar. So this is a program that takes in an argument, the new name, and it finds the new node, it changes its host name, tells it to reboot, connects with it, shares the keys so you can log in real easily, and it's not perfect. I plan on adding a webhook so it can store information on a database. Here is a couple of things I learned about Docker while trying to get it running on a Raspberry Pi. First, there's a couple commands you can use to determine whether it will work ahead of time. And then ARM v8 is 64-bit, ARM v7 is 32-bit. The command to see if it's compatible is docker inspect the container name and then grep the architecture. Thank you for watching, and if you know a thing or two about cluster computers, I would like to do an informational interview with you, maybe 30 minutes. There's definitely a lot of things I forgot in this video. Like I had to update my old Docker Compose video because obviously I didn't think about ARM stuff. It just wasn't as complete as I thought. I also had to update it because the commands were incorrect in the description.